Hey y'all, I'm back with another one. And first and foremost, we gonna thank God. Thank God for another day, another chance to get it right, do better, learn, grow, heal, evolve, teach, take care of our child or children if you have any, take care of our responsibilities, do something kind, something genuine for somebody, continue to work on self, continue to communicate with God, and take all your needs and place them upon God. God got you. Okay, and do it wholeheartedly. Um, Secondly, please go shop www.erinsedition.shop. That's ERINSEDITION.SHOP. I sell God ordained tees, you all. I got $10 t-shirts. $10. Buy 2 shirts or more and you get free shipping. So go check out my site, you all. The title of this video is going to be After the Deliverance. So for those of you that didn't watch that video, I believe I titled it, the church house delivered me, or I was delivered at the church house, something along the lines. So basically, the pastor had seen a spirit on me. I felt it because I was getting hot on the inside. Internally, I was getting hot. And pastor must have seen it on me, called me to the front, told me to close my eyes, envision the throne. I envisioned Jesus. I envisioned God. And I believe I was just like, I'm sorry. I forgot if I said, I'm sorry. Or if it was, please forgive me. I forgot which one I said, but at that moment, by the facial expression that Jesus had, it was like, it was no facial expression. So I didn't know where I was going. Didn't know if I was going to hell or heaven. There was no indication. So it was like, oh man, in that moment, I knew I was messing up. I just knew it. So the pastor must have touched my belly, because earlier that day I had felt like I had to throw up. I felt like it was something in the not the pit of my stomach, but like right above it, like right beneath my breast, something in there. And that's the area that the pastor touched, not even knowing what I had been going through earlier that day. Pastor knew exactly where to touch. He slightly pushed it, and then I went through the motions, screaming at the top of my lungs, fell down, threw up, but I'm throwing up spit. So that was a spirit, an unclean spirit that was coming up out of me. So after that deliverance, you all, I don't know, because some people experiences, and maybe it's just me. That's why I can't put expectations on things, and I know that. Don't put expectations on nothing. Some people experiences is like very light, and they're happy, and positive energy, positive vibes, and that just wasn't my experience. Like after that wore me out. That took my energy for real. Like I was so fatigued. I was so tired the rest of that day. Throat hurting from screaming. Next day, I was just so dizzy, and I know I said this in that video. Next day, I was just super dizzy, like, and that's a side effect after you're delivered. I purchased a book, started reading it, and it said it was a side effect. But then that third day, I still didn't feel like myself. So that's when I'm like, okay, God, like I at this point I feel very uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on. Please help me. Like help me. And after that, it was like I was all right. I was all right. So I would say a few days later, about a week later, I had just started reminiscing about the people that I've hurt. And these individuals was back when I was a child. Like when I tell you all, I was an angel as a child. I was an angel. But after the trauma, I became a demon. I became a vessel for the demons, man. Like, and I opened demonic doors for people that was close to me, like my friends. So I was just thinking about that. I was reminiscing, and I was mourning like the damage that I've done in their lives. And had I died back then when I was a kid, I feel like I would have went to hell, like for real. Because I wasn't, even though I didn't know the extent of the damage that I was doing, it wasn't God's work. So that's why I feel like I would have been in hell as a child. So I was just mourning that, and I'm telling myself, like, I have to reach out to these people and apologize. Because I don't know. I do know for some, but others, I don't know how that affected their lives, them doors that I open. And that's from me being hurt. From, you know what I'm saying? From literally being hurt, trauma. So then I had finally decided to watch this video, you all. I'm not sure if you all are aware of the podcast We Need to Talk. Mr. Ezekiel hosts it. And it was a woman named Queen on there. And y'all may have seen it. May have came across your For You page. It's all over social media, little clips, everything. But on the cover, it's him and her, and they got Biggie up there and stuff like that, because she mentions she's seen Biggie in hell. But that don't even worry about that. That's not the most important part. Y'all need to watch that episode and really hear her testimony, how powerful it is. Like, really listen to it. And if that don't make you feel some type of way, want to change, want to better yourself, if that don't make you fear God, oh baby, you look, you need to really reevaluate your heart and your mind, because yeah, that should make you most definitely want to change. God needs to do a work in you. That's no judgment, that's real talk. Because that video, sorry, I'm reading my notes, y'all. That video, yeah, everybody needs to watch that. Baby, that put that fear and that fire back into me. Like, I used 2024, I used to literally fear God. Like, I used to fear God to the point I didn't want to commit no sins. And I don't really, I was finna say, I don't know what happened, but that was me allowing my flesh to get the better, you know what I'm saying? To take over, allow my flesh to take over. I used to fear God, then I went back into sin. It's just always been a fight for me. It's just always been a fight. Always been a fight. But I remember that point in time, and so I went back into that place after I watched that video. However, that was a fear that I feel like is not healthy. So don't get me wrong, we are to fear God. But I went back into that place where it's like I couldn't operate normally. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't operate normally because I'm watching my words and I'm watching my actions so heavy where I'm not just living, normal life, if that makes sense. So it just needs to be a fear where you know that if you commit sins that you're going to hurt God, or God is going to be mad at you. You could go to hell for these things. Like, it needs to be that type of fear. You fear God to the point where you know that it would be disrespectful if you do certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like, that type of fear. But just continue to live your normal life. I'm speaking to me. So then another day, now these are all separate days. All these situations I'm explaining, these are all separate days. So now this particular day, when I say I felt the heaviness of my life on my shoulders, I had knew God had departed from me for that moment. Like, I was at work, you all. So I'm on my shift. So it wasn't even a full day. It was just a shift. I felt the heaviness because it was like I didn't want to complete the task. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get the job done. It was just so heavy. I felt like my feet was dragging. Like, that was God letting me feel everything on me when God is not in my life. That was God just giving me a glimpse of that, because, baby, I live by God. Baby, I need God. I talk to God. I love God. I think about God all day, every day. I go into my gospel mode. Like, it's a lot of different things I do all day. So when God released itself from me, oh, baby, I felt that. Oh, that's not a good feeling. It was too heavy. And that just let me know, like, yeah, I definitely cannot do this without you, Lord, which I already know. but God had to show me what it felt like. So all of these different things that I had been experiencing, because I haven't been on here, a week, a little over a week, 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever. But in that period of time, you all, like, I have been going through the transition after that deliverance. That was God transitioning me from the old me into the new me. And it's been heavy, it's been rough, it's been emotional, it's a lot. At the same time, we have to go through this. This is a process. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to see the vision. You have to see what God is doing. This is the shedding, you all. It was one more thing too. I missed it. One of those days, I had felt like God was mad at me because God wanted me to fast. I could eat like a certain amount of food, but God was like telling me to stop, and I guess it was a form of depression. So, that was my comfort. So I just kept eating that particular day, not listening to God. And it just felt like God was mad at me because I wasn't listening. But I was, again, letting my flesh get the best of me, letting my emotions get the best of me. So I just felt like God was so mad, and that is not a good feeling at all, you all, for God to be mad at you. So that night, I was so disappointed in myself, but I talked to God about everything, and I apologized. And that next morning, I woke up at peace. I did. I woke up at peace. And I think that was the end of everything. I forgot the order in which everything happened, but that's just what happened this past week, you all. So God is transitioning us. I know I'm not the only one. I know your experience may not look like mine, to each his own, specifically what we go through. At the same time, we are, whatever group of us, I'm trying to say, is going through a transition. And this is not an easy one. This is not an easy process. God wants better for us, though, you all. God is trying to show us. I feel like by God being angry and being upset, being mad, I believe that it wasn't only me that God was upset with. God is upset with a majority of us, like Christians and those that claim to be his child, because we sit here in the church, or even if you don't go to church, you sit here living your life, you talking about God. Yeah, you talking about God, but behind closed doors, you're sitting up here doing sinful things. And you think that just because the outside can't see you, that people can't see you, you think that because they can't see, God can't see. And that is not true. God is angry because God is like, that is not me. That is not how I operate. That is not how I do. So you think you finna play. That's what you think. You finna play in my face. Like, God is about to show us something, you all. That was just a taste for me. The heaviness and God being angry, that was just a taste. It could have been worse than that. It still can be. God is very much so unpredictable. What I'm telling you all is God is angry. God is upset right now. Like, we really have to get it together. And I feel like, because I know I said the gossip, because that's what I had been doing. That was the sin that the enemy ended up using against me. That's what I did to myself. Gossiping, feeding into the gossip. So I'm like, okay, that was something that I was delivered from. But when I really sat down with myself and really thought about it, God just delivered me from fornication. Because again, we're sitting here and speaking on this, speaking on that, but behind closed doors, we doing, you know what I'm saying, whatever sin we're doing. So that's what it was for me. And I have been dealing with fornication for over a decade, you all. Over 15 years, I'd say. Yeah, most definitely over 15 years. I'm only 26. You get what I'm saying? Like, in different ways. Sexual sin, fornication, all of this. That's what I was dealing with. And that's one of the major things God just delivered me from. Because God seen how I was fighting to get up out of that. And how hard it was. It's just like I couldn't do it on my own. So God gave me that push. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just being real, 100, raw, transparent with you all. Because I need you all to understand the depth of this. Realize your sins. Tell God that you need help with this, that you need deliverance from this, depending on the, how much of a stronghold it got on you. That was like my biggest stronghold, my biggest downfall. That right there. So you have to allow God to do what God needs to do for you. When God sat up there and told me, what did God tell me, you all? Let me remember. God said, you need to stop this because I need to take you to the next level. In that tone. You get what I'm saying? You need to stop this, not knowing, because I'm thinking this is like the gossip that I was doing. But baby, it was bigger than that. It was that fornication. And those are the two major things. I think I'm good outside of that, you all. Not sure, because, we make mistakes and everything like that. I know I got to clean up my mouth. I don't cuss on here, but I do cuss. I got to clean up my mouth. But it's just things that we have to work on. I'm still working on myself. We're going to forever be working on ourselves and bettering ourselves. It's just a matter of it being from the heart. You have to want to be better. You have to want to be a better example. You have to want to live in God's image. We are gods. We are goddesses. We are in God's image. We are like God. So we have to start moving like it. I'm not really sure how else to really stress that. We got to start doing right, myself included, you all. It's not about perfection. It's about faithfulness, being faithful, and trying to be just as righteous as we can be. Talk to God, communicate. So after all that is said and done, one last thing, you all. I don't want to say I unlocked the gift, but I realized a gift that God has blessed me with. And this has been happening since I was a child. Like, as a child, and this is family, of course, but family would always tell me they problems. Like, always converse with me, they problems. And I'm a kid, it ain't really much I could say. And then when I became a teenager, because I remember clearly my grandma saying, girl, you have more wisdom. I'm probably like 15 years old. She was like, you got more wisdom than these grown folks. She's always said that to me. You have more wisdom and you got more intelligence than these grown people. Than some of these grown people. My grandma has always said that. So then when I got on the jobs and stuff like that, 18, 19, co-workers or strangers would just get to telling me they business, the things that they going through. And in my head, I'm like, I don't even know you. You don't even know me. Why are you telling me what you going through? Like, it was weird to me. And that was me not knowing that it was because of who I am, what I possess. So just recently is when I figured it out, because a co-worker a few days ago, she was came up to me, just telling me about her issues. She was having in her personal life. And I was allowing her to talk, and I'm listening. Then the spirit was talking to me, I'm like, oh, I need to tell her this. Oh, it clicked. Like, oh. So I told her, I said what I said to her. And when I say, baby, she felt that. Baby, she felt it. She felt what I was saying. So it was God using me to speak to her. And I've been doing this to multiple people. I just didn't really... it's just normal. I don't know. I don't know. But it is a gift. It's a gift. So now I just realize it. As I'm just getting to know myself and healing myself and letting things go. It's always a phase, you all. We always growing. We always healing. It's always wounds that we gonna have to ask God to, is it suture up. So I wanted to share that with you all, though. I'll be trying to share with you all my experiences, because I want you all to fix it as soon as you can if you're going through it, or don't even get into it. If you don't know, if you haven't been through it, don't even get to it. Stay focused on God. That's it. We work for God. We live for God. We move for God. That's it. All right. And that's all I got to say, y'all. Like I always say, God is waiting on you. You're the only one playing. I love y'all. Peace.